When silence learned to strike. Meera was once known for her calm. In the old streets of Ravanchpur, people said pain never stayed long near her because Meera's quiet presence softened even the harshest moments. She wasn't rich, she wasn't influential, but she was principled, educated, and kind. She taught history at a public school. She believed change began with small truths spoken every day. She trusted easily. That was her first mistake. The promise. Karen entered her life like reassurance itself. Well-spoken, respected, born into a powerful family. He admired Meera's independence, her intelligence, her refusal to impress. Meera believed him, not because she was weak, but because she still believed good people existed. Their wedding was grand. Lights, music, blessings. Meera thought she was stepping into safety. She wasn't. The descent. First came the words, sharp, disguised as jokes. Then came control, what to wear, who to meet, when to speak. Then came silence, days without affection, without warmth. And finally, violence, behind locked doors, explained away as discipline. His family watched. No one intervened. When Meera spoke up, they said, "Marriage requires adjustment." When she tried to leave, she was threatened. When she became pregnant, she hoped things would change. They didn't. One night, after an argument over dowry money she never brought, Meera was pushed down the stairs. The child didn't survive. Karen called it an accident. His family supported him. The law believed him. Meera was sent back to her parents' home, not as a survivor, but as a burden. The death of the old Meera. For months, she barely spoke. People thought she was broken. They were wrong. Something else had happened. The Meera who trusted blindly died on those stairs. What remained was a woman who observed, remembered, and waited. She studied law. She learned finance. She took online courses through sleepless nights. She reshaped her voice, her appearance, her confidence. She no longer cried. She planned. 6 years later, Ravanchpur heard a new name, M. Sterling Group, a rapidly expanding corporation investing in land, schools, and hospitals. Its CEO was rarely seen, until one public event. Karan froze when he saw her. Meera, not the quiet teacher, not the frightened wife. This Meera stood composed, her smile unreadable, her eyes empty of fear. Karan tried to speak. She greeted him like a stranger, politely, coldly. Meera moved carefully. She invested in companies tied to Karan's empire. She uncovered tax evasion, illegal land acquisitions, forged documents. She never accused him directly. She let evidence speak. Anonymous complaints were filed. Audits began. Accounts were frozen. Karan's empire shook. Friends vanished. Family members turned against him. The same mother-in-law who once mocked Meera now begged for help, never realizing who stood before her. Meera listened quietly, then walked away. The final blow came when Meera submitted medical records, hospital logs, and a hidden audio recording proving the accident had been intentional. The case reopened. This time, money couldn't buy silence. Karan was arrested. His family stood in court, heads lowered, power gone. As the verdict was read, Karan looked at Meera. "Why?" he whispered. Meera answered for the first time, "Because you taught me the cost of silence." Aftermath. Meera didn't celebrate. Revenge didn't bring joy, but it brought freedom. She founded an organization for abused women, lawyers, counselors, teachers, and she told them, "You don't need to become cruel to be strong. You just need to stop forgiving what breaks you." And sometimes, when she smiled again, people noticed. That smile was no longer innocent. It was unbreakable.